गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्बा त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः। प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी कैवर्तकः केशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटं नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितं लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयात् भारतपङ्कजं कलिमलप्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। गीताशास्त्रमिदं पुण्यं यः पठेत् प्रयतः पुमान् विष्णोः पदमवाप्नोति भयशोकविवर्जितः। गीताध्ययनशीलस्य प्राणायामपरस्य च नैव सन्ति हि पापानि पूर्वजन्मकृतानि च। मलनिर्मोचनं पुंसां जलस्नानं दिने दिने सकृद्गीताम्भसि स्नानं संसारमलनाशनम्। गीता सुगीता कर्तव्या किमन्यैः शास्त्रविस्तरैः या स्वयं पद्मनाभस्य मुखपद्माद्विनिसृता भारतामृतसर्वस्वं विष्णोर्वक्त्राद्विनिसृतं गीता गङ्गोदकं पीत्वा पुनर्जन्म न विद्यते सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् एकं शास्त्रं देवकीपुत्रगीतमेको देवो देवकीपुत्र एव एको मन्त्रस्तस्य नामानि यानि कर्माप्येकं तस्य देवस्य सेवा शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभाङ्गं Lakshmikantam Kamalaнаянам Yogibhirdhyanagамyam Vande Vishnum Bhavabhayaharam Sarvalokaikanaatham Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutah Stunvanti Divyaihi Stavaihi Vedaihi Sangapadakramopanishadair Gayanti Yam Samagaha Dhyanavastita Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yoginaha Yasyantam na Vidussura Suragana Devaya Tasmai Namaha. Okay. So we were on page number 47, right?
Yes. Yes, Bhagini.
So we have to start with question number 9 on 47, right?
10, Bhagini.
10. Okay. Okay. So here we have a small katha. Manjusha. So we are on page number 47, book 2. And question 10. Manjushayaha uchitani visheshana padani chitva katham purayata. So here we are learning about the Visheshana Visheshya Bhava, and that the Visheshana follows the Visheshya. Vachana and Vibhakti. So now let us see. Here we have some words and we have to fill in the blanks with the appropriate word. And while filling, not only the meaning, we have to also notice the Linga, Vachana and Vibhakti. So let us read through the words first. Okay, Vipulam, Nishturaha, Unnate, Ghoram, Samagram, Mahatyam, Deenam, Mahati, Paramaha, Laghuni, Ativa, Shreshtam, Mritasya, Sarvan, Dagdham, Ardhram, Ghorani, Vismayavaham, Dukhitasya, Dhanyam, Unnatasya, Sarve. Are these words the same in your books also? Sometimes there will be little changes.
The first one is different for me, Bhagini.
Swakiyam is there, right, for you?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Swakiyam.
Sorry,
Fine.
Bhagini. Which page? Page
47. 47.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, the first word in some books will be Swakiyam. In the older books, it will be Vipulam.
What is the meaning, Bhagini?
So Swakiyam means done by our own, like something that we have done. It is Swakiyam, a deed that is done by you. And Vipulam actually means a little different. So in this context, we'll see. Maybe the sentence also is a little different in your books and this book. Okay. So Vipulam means in detailed. Okay. That is one meaning. Of course, there are many other meanings, but Vipulam means in detailed or more spread out, very wide. All these meanings will come for Vipulam. Okay. So Swakiyam is what is done by oneself. And let me check based on the context if there are... yeah, that's all. So Swakiya means of your own in that sense. It is like Swasya, means of your own. It can be Swakiyam Karyam. If we say Swakiyam Karyam, then your own deed. Swakiyam Janam means your people in that sense. Okay. So now let us look at the Katha and see what words fit in. Kaschana Vyadaha Asit. So Vyadaha is a hunter. So what adjective will fit to this?
Nishtura.
Nishturaha.
Nishturaha. Okay, we'll do one thing. To get an idea of the story, first let us read without adding the adjectives, because we don't know if this Vyadaha is a Kathina Vyadaha or a kind Vyadaha. We don't know, right? So let us read the story first. We'll get an idea of the context of the story. Then accordingly, it will be easy to plug in the adjectives. Okay. So since these are only adjectives, it is okay. Even without adjectives, the story will be complete. Adjectives are only adding additional information about the noun. So we can still understand the story without the adjectives. Kaschana Vyadaha Asit. There was once a hunter. Saha Vanam Gatva Jalena Pakshinaha Grihitva Tan Vikriya Jivati Sma. Saha Vanam Gatva. Going to the forest, Jalena, with a net, Pakshinaha Grihitva, capturing the birds, Tan Vikriya. Here Tan represents the birds. Okay, trading them, Jivati Sma. He is leading his life. Ekada Saha Jalam Prasarya Pakshinam Grahanam Karoti Sma. So one time he spread out the net and caught some birds. Tavata vrishtihi sanjata. And at the same time, there was rain. Aranyam jalamayam abhavat. And the whole forest was filled with water. Jivanaha asannamaranaha abhavan. So now his own life is in danger. Like he was almost like drowning. So his life is in danger. Vyadaha kasyachana vrikshasya adaha upavishtavan. So he went and sat under a tree. Tasmin vrikshe kaschana kapotaha patnya saha vasati sma. On that tree there is a kapota is pigeon. There is a pigeon living with his wife. Vyadhasya avastham drishtva kapoti bhartaram avadat. So kapotaha Pumlinga, Kapoti, Strilinga. 1 second. Okay. So Kapotaha is masculine and Kapoti is feminine. Vyadhasya avastham drishtva Kapoti bhartaram avadat. So looking at the inconvenience of this hunter, she was telling her husband, Bhoho, eshaha vyadaha apadi sthitaha asti. He is in danger, this hunter. Sharanagatanam rakshanam asmakam kartavyam. So protecting people who come to us seeking refuge is our duty. Saha eva dharmaha. That kind of person only is a person who follows dharma. Ataha bhavan vyadhasya rakshanam karotu. So you go and help the hunter. Kapotya paritaha Kapotaha kutaschit kashtani aniya agnim prajvalya vyadhasya shita badham nivaritavan. What is that word? Here my printing is not very good. The kapotasya paritaha, kapotya paritaha.
Kapotya preritaha.
Preritaha, right? Okay. Yes. Kapotya preritaha kapotaha kutaschit kashtani aniya agnim prajvalya vyadhasya shita badham nivaritavan. So means instigated by his wife. This male pigeon brought some wood from several places and started a fire and helped the hunter overcome his cold weather. Vyadhasya bubhuksha asit. Now he felt hungry. Saha kapotam bhakshya padartham ayachata. So now he asked the pigeon for some food. Atithinam satkaram dharmam matva kapotaha agnau patitva maranam praptavan. So to provide food for our guests is our dharmam. So thinking like this, the kapota, not having anything else to offer him as food, jumped into the fire and became his food. Vyadaha kapotasya mamsam khaditva bubhuksham nivaritavan. Tasya manaha abhavat. So here, this is not very complete, right? Without the adjective. Okay. So now his hunger is satiated and he felt something in his mind. Saha pakshinaha mochitavan. So he felt some good feelings for the birds. So he already caught some birds before the rain started, right? So he left them all. Mochitavan means freed them. He freed all the birds. Bhartravihinam jivanam vyartham matva kapoti api agnau patitva maranam praptavati. So without her husband, the kapoti felt, her life has no purpose. So she also fell into the fire and died. Etad drishyam drishtva saha vyadaha swasya papani smaran janma dash kartum icchan agnau atmahutim kritavan. So after seeing this, the hunter also became, remembered all the sins that he has done. And so janma dash kartum, to how do you say? Sardhakam we say in Telugu. In English, like, how do we say that?
Repent, Bhagini. He feels
he repents. He repents, and to make his life right. Something like that.
Sacrifice?
He sacrifices his life, but to do what? In Telugu we say janma sardhakam cheskodam antam. Adi English lo ela cheptamu? We say in Telugu we say janma sardhakam, means a purpose for the life. I think, yeah, that is the right way to say it. To make some purpose out of our life. Okay, that is one thing. Kani ikkada here is that the is that how we can say it? Janma dash kartum icchan agnau atmahutim kritavan. Yeah, you can take it like that. So to make right of what sins that he has done earlier, he wanted to make it right. So he also jumped into the fire. Okay, now let us go back and see what adjectives we can add with each noun. So kaschana dash vyadaha asit. Nishturaha is fine. Nishturaha is like a kathina person, ruthless. Okay, he who is not kind. Saha dash vanam gatva.
Ghoram.
Ghoram.
Ghoram vanam gatva. Ghoram means a very thick, dense, dangerous forest. We can refer to it as ghoram. Normally, ghoram is something which is very dangerous, you can say. So here in the context of vanam, now ghoram can be used in many places. Depending on the context, the meaning can change a little bit. Here, it is used with vanam. So we can consider it as dense and dangerous. Okay. Jalena pakshinaha grihitva tan vikriya jivati sma. Ekada saha dash jalam prasarya. Okay, vipulam jalam or swakiyam jalam. If you say swakiyam jalam, his net. If you say vipulam jalam, a very big net. So depending on what is there in your book, the meaning can change like that. Okay. So swakiyam jalam or vipulam jalam prasarya pakshinam grahanam karoti sma. He caught the birds. Tavata vrishtihi sanjata. Mahati vrishtihi. Mahati vrishtihi sanjata. A very big rain happened. Dash aranyam jalamayam abhavat.
Samagram
aranyam means the whole forest became was filled with water. Dash jivinaha आसन्नमरणाः अभवन्
सर्वे
सर्वे जीविनः
सर्वे जीविनः आसन्नमरणाः अभवन्. So all the living things in the forest were close to death. Okay, आसन्नमरणाः means those who are close to death are called आसन्नमरणाः. एकवचन आसन्नमरणाः. So all the living things in that forest, animals or people or whatever, came close to their death. व्याधः कश्चन कस्यचन dash वृक्षस्य उन्नतस्य वृक्षस्य अधः उपविष्टवान्. So he sat under a tall tree. तस्मिन् dash वृक्षे तस्मिन् उन्नते वृक्षे on that tall tree कश्चन कपोतः पत्न्या सह वसति स्म. There was a pigeon. व्याधस्य dash अवस्थां दृष्ट्वा दीनाम् अवस्थां. Deenam is yes, Bhagini.
Meaning of deenam.
Deena is pitiful. Pitiful. So here the adjective is for avastham. Andukani deenam avastham. Deenasya kaadu. Deenam avastham drishtva kapoti bhartaram avadat. Now looking at the pitiful state of the hunter, the kapoti requested her husband. Bhoho eshah vyadaha dash apadi sthitah asti. What is the word here?
Mahatyam
Apadi. Apadi is in Saptami Vibhakti. Apad. Apat. Right? So in Saptami Ekavachana Apadi. So the Visheshana also we have to pick which is in Saptami Vibhakti, which is Mahatyam. And it is a Strilinga. Takaranta Strilinga Shabda. Apat. Apad or Apat. Apad. Dakaranta Strilinga Shabda. So Mahatyam, Mahati we have to pick in Saptami Vibhakti Mahatyam. Sharanagatanam Rakshanam Asmakam Kartavyam. Saha eva dash dharmaha. Paramaha dharmaha. That is the dharmam. Okay. Ataha bhavan dash vyadhasya rakshanam karotu. Dukkhitasya vyadhasya rakshanam karotu. Kapotya preritah kapotah kutaschit dash kashtani aniya. Laghuni kashtani aniya. Okay, some small wood pieces. Agnim prajwalya vyadhasya shita badham nivaritavan. Vyadhasya dash bubhuksha asit. Ativa bubhuksha asit. He felt very hungry. Saha kapotam bhakshya padartham ayachata. Atithinam satkaram dash dharmam. Shreshtam dharmam. Okay, among all the dharmams, satisfying or pleasing the atithi is one of a good things. So what is it? Shreshtam. Yeah, Shreshtam dharmam. Iti matva kapotaha agnau patitva maranam praptavan. So thinking that treating the guest in the atithi in the right way is the best thing to do. As per the dharma, he offered himself as food. Vyadaha dash kapotasya dash mamsam khaditva bubhuksham nivaritavan. Mritasya kapotasya dagdham mamsam. Dagdham mamsam khaditva bubhuksham nivaritavan. Tasya manaha dash abhavat. Ardram. Ardram means that is also a kind of feeling where you are shaken from the bottom of your heart. That kind of feeling is called ardram. Okay, so you are shaken you are touched in such a way that it will shake you up. Such a feeling we can refer to as ardram. So tasya manaha ardram abhavat. Ardram abhavat. Ardram, why? Because manaha is napumsaka. So ardram also we have to put it in napumsaka. Saha dash pakshinaha mochitavan.
Sarvan.
Sarvan.
Where is that? Sarvan is there. In my list it is Sarvan. It is there. Yeah. So saha sarvan pakshinaha mochitavan. Bhartravihinam jivanam vyartham. Iti matva kapoti api agnau patitva maranam praptavati. Etad dash drishyam drishtva. Vismayavaham. Vismayavaham drishyam drishtva. Vismayam means, taken aback with surprise. That is vismayam. Vismayavaham drishyam drishtva saha vyadaha swasya dash papani smaran.
Ghorani.
Ghorani papani smaran janma dash kartum. Dhanyam kartum. Dhanyam kartum icchan agnau. Yes, Bhagini?
To purify himself.
Yes. To purify himself, he jumped into the fire. Okay. So here let us, there is a small shloka. Let us see. Shatrau api uchitam karyam atithyam grihamagate chetuhu parshvagatam chayam na upasamharate dhrumaha. Okay. So Shatrau api uchitam karyam atithyam grihamagate. So even if the person who comes to your house is your Shatru, once he comes to your house, he becomes your Atithi. And you have to do him all what we will normally do for a Atithi. We have to show that respect and Atithyam and everything. How he's comparing it with a tree. Chetuhu parshvagatam chayam na upasamharate drumaha. So here drumaha means tree. Okay. Chetuhu is a woodcutter. Now, though the woodcutter is trying to kill the tree will still give shade only, right? Oh, he came to cut me, so I'm not going to give shade. It won't say that. It will still give shade and whatever it can, fruits and flowers and anything, and even if you are cutting it down. So that is how it is compared. Okay. Any questions so far?
Very nice poem. Very moving.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
I just joined 5 minutes back. Which page was it, Bhagini?
48, 47, the story started. We started from 47, page number, exercise 10. We read that story and now we are on page number 48. And then we have Laukika Nyayaha. So now Laukika Nyayas are, they are there in Telugu also. They are there in Telugu. I'm sure they are there in other languages also. So I will just give an example. It is like certain sayings which have a meaning and which we use when you use that phrase. It is basically phrases. These are Laukika Nyayas are all phrases. Okay. Sometimes a complete sentence will be there, but sometimes it will be a phrase and it carries a meaning. And we can use that as a reference. So when you're trying to explain something to somebody, you can use these phrases. And once you know the phrases, so you have to know the phrase first. In what sense that phrase is built, you have to know. Only then that application you can understand. A very simple phrase would be, which all of you might have come across. That is why I'm quoting that example. Now, a bird comes and sits on a branch. At the same time, exactly at the same time, the branch breaks. So it only happened as a coincidence. It is not like because of the weight of the bird, the branch broke. It is only by coincidence. That is called Kakataliyam. Okay, we say Kakataliyam. So whenever two things happen like that, they are not dependent on each other, but they appear as though they are dependent on each other. If such a thing happens, then we use this phrase. So when we are describing something, you will say, right when the student was talking to the next person during the exam, the teacher walked in. So it is not like the teacher knew that the student is going to talk and to catch them, she came. No, but it just coincidentally happens like that. So then we can say Kakataliyanga jarigindi. So we say it happened, like, that. So you have to know the meaning of this phrase Kakataliyam, like when we use that, then we can use it. And these Laukika Nyayas are pretty widely used in Samskritam literature also. So sometimes in prose and poetry also you come across these Laukika Nyayas. So it is important for us to know these phrases and in what context they are used. For most of them, you will know the context. We use the commonly, even in English we use, like say for example, a stitch in time saves 9, right? A stitch in time saves 9. We have this phrase in English. So what it means is when something is damaged, if the earlier we fix it, the easier it becomes. So here a stitch in time saves 9 means like we have some cloth or a dress where the stitches are coming apart. When one stitch has come apart, immediately if we attend to it, the task will be a lot easier. If we leave it like that, then later on we have to stitch the whole thing, right? So timely attending to the problem timely will save us trouble later on. That is the meaning of that. So whenever you see somebody neglecting some work which needs to be tended, you can use that. A stitch in time saves 9. So why don't you get it done today? So like that. That way you can communicate what you are trying to say. So such phrases are common in all languages. And here in Sanskritam also we have. And these are called Laukika Nyaya. Laukika means how do you say? Laukika is something that is commonly used among people. It's called Laukika Nyayam, related to the regular world. So in Sanskritam, we always say Laukika, and then the other opposite for that is Vaidika. So something related to the Vedas and something related to the common people. So Laukika, you can consider it as to the common people. So Laukika Nyaya. So these are all that which we can use, which can be applied in a person's life, daily life also. It is not pertaining only to some Vedas or Puranas or something. We can apply this in our daily lives also. So let us look at some of the Laukika Nyayas that are given here. Prastutam kamapi vishayam spashtikartum samskrita sahitye laukika nyayanam prayogaha kriyate. Okay, to explain something. Kamapi vishayam spashtikartum. So to explain something in a more detailed way, in Samskrita Sahitya, Laukika Nyayanam Prayogaha Kriyate. We use the application of Laukika Nyayas. Etadrishaha Shatadhikaha Nyayaha Shastreshu Kavyeshu Cha Tatra Tatra Prayuktaha Drishyante. So like that kind of Laukika Nyayas, you can see more than 100 of them in the Shastras or the Kavyas. So the first one that is given here is Andha Parampara Nyayaha. Andha Parampara Nyayaha. Yada kopi janaha swabuddhya avicharya andaha iva anyesham anukaranam karoti tada eshaha nyayaha prayujyate. Okay. Now some people keep following what the others do. This we can commonly see in today's lifestyle, right? When somebody starts doing something, immediately everybody else will start the same trend. So say for example, somebody is distributing something in their occasion, some marriage occasion or whatever. Immediately others also will blindly follow. Sometimes they even go to the trouble of making debts. The way the marriage is celebrated. Some people, they can do it in a wide variety of ways. But when one person does, other people in his or her community will try to imitate the same pattern. They will not think about, okay, that person, this is the reason why they are doing it. Now, is that important for me or can I afford it? They don't think all this. They have done, I have to do. That's all. So they will blindly follow without thinking. And it is not only in such cases, in other cases also. And we see this, especially these diet plans, right? When somebody starts, many people also start following the same diet plan. Now, diet plan need not be the same for everybody. Everybody's body's requirements are different. Lifestyle is different. Everything is different. So we have to think, okay, now that person is following this diet and it worked out well for him. Now, will that work out for me? What is his lifestyle? What is my lifestyle? What are the demands of his body, my body needs, demands, everything we have to see. And accordingly, we have to make necessary changes before implementing the same diet plan, right? But many people don't do that. When one person is doing something, they blindly follow exactly the same way, only to find later on that they have some problem. They come across some problem. So here, so like a blind person, if somebody follows somebody else, if a person follows somebody blindly and imitate without using his own intelligence to analyze the situation, then we can use this nyaya. Andha parampara nyayaha. Okay. Saha na chintayati yat etat anukaranam swam andhakaram pratinayati. Okay. So he doesn't think that by following somebody directly like this blindly can sometimes put him in a difficult spot, can put him in danger also. This is like they even say in Telugu, like we have a herd of sheep, right? If the first sheep falls off a cliff, all the other sheep also will fall off the cliff. They don't think. They simply blindly follow the first sheep of the herd. If that first sheep is not alert and it does not see that there is a cliff and he falls off, then the remaining all the sheep of that flock will also fall down the cliff. So it is like
mentality. Herd mentality.
Yes. Anantara. Arundhati Darshana Nyayaha. Now this most of you are familiar. Arundhati Darshana Nyayaha. During marriages, they show this Arundhati Nakshatra, right? But to show Arundhati Nakshatra, which is very small, the priest will first show a bright star which is close to Arundhati star, so that it will catch our eye easily. And then he will say, right next to it, there is a small star. That is Arundhati star. So this is like landmark. In today's world, we say landmark. When I ask you for an address, you will give me landmark. You will, even before mentioning where exactly your house is, you will say, there is a big star hospital there. You come there and there is a small street right next to it. Take that street and then you will give the address, right? You will at least give one landmark. So this is like that. It is like landmark. Arundhati Darshana Nyayaha. Arundhati Namakam Tarakam Pradarshayitum Ichchati Saha Purvam Arundhatyaha Samipastam Sthulam Amukhyam Tarakam Nirdishati. Amukhyam means this bright star is really not important. But just because it is big and can be easily seen, we are referring to it. But it is not important. We are not doing anything with that. The landmarks are also the same. We are only using them to identify. We are not going to go to that landmark. We don't have any work there. Okay. So amukhyam. Paschat arundhatim grahayati. And then once you get hold of that bright star, then we will see the Arundhati star, which is not very bright. Evam yada sukshmaha padarthaha sthulena padarthena nirdishyate tada eshaha nyayaha prayujyate. So whenever to tell something, which is not very conspicuous, to explain something, we use a bigger example, right? We use this all the time. I'm thinking of an example. To make somebody understand some fine thing. Okay. We have to explain it. Sometimes the damage it can happen if they don't do it that way, so that they will understand, what we are trying to imply. In that sense, we can take. And physically, it is the landmarks. Sometimes when you are explaining things also, certain concepts also, we explain a noted example and then we tell the actual thing. So in such cases, Arundhati Darshana Nyayaha. So people might be wondering, what has that to do with this? So then we say Arundhati Darshana Nyayaha. Oh, then they will know that we are referring to that in that context. Okay. Anantaram. Sthali Pulaka Nyayaha. Sthali Pulaka Nyayaha. Yaha odanam pachati saha odanaha pakvaha na va iti jnatum sthalyam vidyamanebhyaha pulaka kanebhyaha kamapi ekam sangrihya parikshate. So here, this also we all know. We use this very commonly also. To check if the rice has been cooked or not, you take one grain from the pot and check to see if it is cooked or not. We need not check every grain in the pot. So this is that. Sthali pulaka nyayaha. Sthalika means plate and pulaka means that grain. Okay, so in the plate we take one grain and check. Ekasya kanasya parikshanena eva sarvasya jnanam bhavati. Atra pratyekam kanasya parikshanasya avashyakata na bhavati. So there is no necessity to check every grain. Evam parikshana vishayakim vyaktim nirdeshtum eshaha nyayaha prayujyate. So to assess the character of a person also, we can use this, is what he is saying. Evam parikshana vishayakim vyaktim nirdeshtum eshaha nyayaha prayujyate. Or to tell somebody how to test something. Okay, you can use this nyaya. Earlier they used to say, right, a lot about people, like you see a certain things done by a person, and we will get a overall idea about their character by seeing just a few things that the person does. But back in the days that was true, but these days it is not. We cannot rely on one or two things by just looking at a person in one or two contexts, because these days people are different and they have different environments, and we don't know completely about the people. So when we see them in one context, it doesn't mean that always they will be like that only. So we have to pay more attention or more caution, you can say. But anyways, this used to be like this, because back in those days, everybody knew everybody. So people also used to be a little careful. Everybody knows. So no matter what I do, everybody will know. But now it is not like that. People are so disconnected. They are moving all the time from one place to another. So not everybody knows everybody. So such dangers can happen. So we cannot go by observing one or two qualities of a person. We need to know about them a little bit in more detail before trusting somebody. Okay. Anantaram. page number 49. Gahana karmano gatihi. So, Gahana can mean two things. One is a thick or a dense, like it is used as an adjective for a forest also. And another thing is pain. Okay, being in pain. Gahana karmanaha gatihi. So let us see what it is about. Sarvanama shabdaha. Etam katham uchchaihi patata avagachata cha. So here the Visheshana, Visheshya Bhava is being shown in the usage of pronouns, Sarvanama Shabda. Okay. So when I say Eshaha Balakaha, Eshaha is a Sarvanama Shabda and it is being used as a Visheshana to Balakaha in that way. Okay. Let us see. Mahabharata Yuddham Parisamaptam. Bhishmaha Sharashayyayam Asit. Sarvaha Yuddha Parisaraha Gajashva Nara Jivanam Mrita Shariraihi Bhuyishtaha Asit. Okay, so Mahabharata Yuddham has ended and Bhishmaha is on the bed of arrows, lying on the bed of arrows. Sarvaha Yuddha Parisaraha, all of that area where the war has taken place. Yuddha Parisaraha means the area where the war has taken place. Gajashva Nara Jivanam Mrita Shariraihi Bhuyishtaha Asit. It is filled with the Mrita Sharira, dead bodies of Gaja, Ashva, Nara, of people, horses and elephants. Bhuyishtaha is like a lot. Tasmin yuddhe mritanam sharirani drishtva chintakulaha asit Yudhishthiraha. So Yudhishthira was very sad after seeing all these dead bodies from that war. Saha anujaihi saha bhishmasya sannidhim gatavan. Along with his younger brothers, he went to Bhishma. Tam namaskritya uktavan. Saluting to him, he said, Pitamaha asya sarvasya vinashasya karanam ahameva nanu. So I am the reason for all this vinashanam. Right? Bhavataha asyaha durdashayaha karanamapi ahameva khalu. So today, now you are lying on this bed of arrows. For that also I am only the reason. Na janami aham kidrishim durgatim prapsyami iti. So he says, having done so much of, bad thing to others, what kind of durgati will I will have to face? I don't know. Tadatam santvayan Bhishmaha avadat. So then Bhishma, to console him, said, Vatsa asya sarvasya karanam tvam na eva. Ime te bandhavaha swasya purakritasya karmanaha phalam anubhavanti. So you are not the reason for what has happened in this war. All your relatives or gurus or friends or all of them, whatever they have done in their previous lives or in this life in the previous earlier days, they are paying it off right now. Kintu Yudhishthiraha samahitaha na abhavat. But he was not convinced. Tam punarapi bodhayan Bhishmaha tasya nidarshana rupena imam katham shravitavan. So since Yudhishthira is not satisfied with what Bhishma said, Bhishma started telling him a story. Pura Gautami nama kachit tapaswini mahila asit. So there was a tapaswini mahila by the name Gautami. Tasyaha atipriyaha ekaha eva putraha. She has one very beloved son. Kadachit kaschana sarpaha tam putram adashat. So once a snake bit her son. Tena saha balaha achetanaha jataha. Tena means by that snake bite, that boy became achetanaha. Arjunakaha nama vyadaha etad drishtva jhatiti snayupashena tam sarpam badhva Gautamyaha samipam anitavan. So there is a hunter by the name of Arjunakaha, and seeing this, he immediately went and he tied this snake with a how do you say, rope. But this rope is not made out of the regular rope. It is not like the regular rope. It is like a nerve. These hunters, what they do whenever they kill animals, they use parts of these animals for other purposes also, not only as food. Things that they cannot use as food, they will use for other purposes. So there will be some tendons and nerves of these animals which can be used as ropes also. So such kind, snayu pasha means a rope made out of such tendon or nerve. Snayu pashena tam sarpam badhva, tying up this snake with that kind of rope, he brought it to Gautami. Uktvancha, and then he said, Mataha, ayam dushta sarpaha tava putram amarayat. This is the snake that bit your son and killed him. Kim aham etam agnau kshipani uta khandashaha karavani. So shall I burn him in the fire or shall I cut him into pieces? Athava vada anyena kena prakarena enam dandayani iti. Or you tell me if you want me to punish this snake in any other way. Tada Gautami avadat. He Saumya, tyaja imam sarpam yataha asmin sarpe marite api mritaha mama putraha jivitaha na bhavishyati iti. So she says, even if this snake dies, my son is not going to come back. So please leave this snake. Tyaja imam sarpam. Imam. Okay. Again, it is like etat. Sarpam is in Napumsakalinga. No, Sarpaha is Pumlinga. This is in Dvitiya Vibhakti. Sarpam. Sarpam tyaja. Kintu vyadaha tat anangi kurvan. Punaha punaha sarpam marayitum tasyaha anumatim ayachata. But this hunter is not happy with what this lady said. He wanted to kill this snake. So he was asking for her permission. Gautami tu tasmai anumatim na adadat. But Gautami did not give him permission. Gautami vyadhayoho sambhashanam shrutva saha sarpaha manushya bhashaya avadat. Now listening to their conversation, the snake started speaking. Hey Arjunaka, aham balam adasham yat tatra mama na kopi doshaha. So me biting the boy is not my fault. Mrityoho balat eva maya idam karyam kritam iti. Now that boy had that death written. So because of that only I was forced to bite him. Tada vyadaha avadat. Tathapi asya balasya dashanam tu tvaya eva kritam. Ataha tvam vyadyaha eva. But the ultimate death of this boy has happened because of your bite only. So you need to be killed. Ataha tvam vyadyaha eva. Iti. Sarpaha avadat. Aham mrityoho preranaya eva asya balasya hanane karta abhavam. I became the karta only because of the motivation of the mrityu. Motivated by mrityu. Vastavikam karanam tu mrityuhu eva. So I am not the reason for this boy's death. It is mrityuhu. Tada mrityuhu eva tatra upastitaha abhavat. Now mrityu is also came there. Oh my God, lot of discussion is happening about me. Let us go and sort it out. Saha avadat. He sarpa, na atra aham karanam, navatvam, kalaha atra karanam. So it is not you or it is not me. It is kalaha who is the reason for this boy's death. Yataha tena preritaha aham tvam preritavan. The kalaha instigated me and I instigated you. Okay. Yatha vayuhu akashe sthitan meghan akarshati vikarshati cha tadvadeva kalaha api asman sarvan akarshati vikarshati cha. Tena eva kalena jagat idam srijyate samhriyate va. Evam sati yadi atra doshaha syat tarhi saha kalasya eva natu mama. So this Mrityu is saying, like how the Vayu will sometimes pull the clouds towards it and sometimes will push it outwards, right? Similarly, Kala also will, approach us sometimes or push us away, all of us in this world. Tena eva kalena. By that Kala only, Jagat idam srijyate samhriyate va. So srijyate means being created. Samhriyate means being destroyed. So by this Kalaha only, life is being created and life is being destroyed. Okay. Evam sati yadi atra doshaha syat. So now putting this in your mind, whatever dosha has happened here, tarhi saha kalasya eva natu mama. That is of the Kala. Whatever has happened here, the reason is because of Kala, not me. Tat shrutva kalaha eva tatra upasthitaha abhavat. Now Kalaha came there. Saha avadat. He vyadha tasya balasya marane na ayam pannagaha na eshaha mrityuhu nava aham karani bhutaha. So in this, the death of this boy, not the snake, not the mrityu, or neither me, are the reason. Karanam tu anena kritam karma eva. The reason is his own deeds. Whatever that boy has done, his own deeds are the reason for his death. Yad anena kritam karma tena ayam nidhanam gataha vinasha hetuhu karmasya sarve karmavasha vayam. Okay. So basically, yat anena kritam. Anena means it is like etena. In etad shabda, etena means by this person, right? Anena is also like that. It is synonymously used. Idam shabda. It is from idam shabda, whereas etena is etad shabda. But they both mean the same. We can use them synonymously. So whatever a person experiences is because of his own deeds in the past. And any kind of vinashanam that happens to them is also because of their own deeds. Nobody else is to be blamed. Chaya tapau iva karma karta cha nitya sambadhau bhavataha iti. Like how chaya tapau iva. Like how the shadow follows us, right? Like that, the karma also will follow the karta. There is no way that we can avoid it. There is no way we can undo it. There is a nitya sambandha there, which cannot be separated. Karma karta cha nitya sambadhau bhavataha. Sarvam etat shrutva Gautami avadat. Mama putrasya marana karanam eshu na kopi asti. Mama putraha swakiya karmanam phalena mrityum praptavan asti. Mama api tadrisha karma eva syat ena etasya mrityuhu samabhavat. Okay, so now Gautami is saying, Mama putrasya marana karanam eshu na kopi asti. So it is not any of these people who are the reason for my son's death. Mama putraha swakiya karmanam phalena. Okay, by the result of his own deeds. Mrityum praptavan asti. He obtained this mrityu. Mama api tadrisha karma eva syat ena etasya mrityuhu samabhavat. So to me also such kind of karma only will happen. Tadrisha karma eva syat. Syat should happen. we can take here as Vidyartha. Okay, mama api tadrisha karma eva syat yena etasya mrityuhu samabhavat. So to me also, let the same kind of karma happen to me also, and let the death also come to me. Ataha kalaha mrityuhu cha swasthanam gacchatam tvamapi sarpam etam parityaja iti. Okay, so you let the kala and mrityu go back to their places, and you also leave the snake. So she's telling all this to the hunter. So none of these people are the reason for my son's death. His own deeds are the reason. And similarly for so even for me, whatever I have done, that kind of based on the deeds that I have done, such kind of death only will come to me. So you can let them go and also leave the snake. Etam katham shravayitva bhishmaha akathayat. Rajan sarvepi swakarmanam phalam prapnuvanti iti jnanena Gautamyaha shokaha parisamaptaha. Atrapi tathaiva. So now she understood that the reason for her son's death is because of his own deeds. So once we understand that, then that dukkham will not be there. Okay, so she also realized that, and shokaha parisamaptaha. So she stopped lamenting about her son's death. See, when do we feel sad about something? When we think that something unfair has happened, right? But if we change the way we look at that situation, then automatically that we will be able to look at it differently. So say for example, a small puppy is there. I don't want to use a human example, so I'm just, some small animal is there. It was eaten by a lion or a tiger in the forest. So it is such a cute little baby animal, but it was eaten. Okay, so when you look at it only as a cute little baby animal, it did not do anything, but it was eaten away by the lion or tiger or whatever, we feel sad for it. But if you look at it like in a bigger picture, there are so many lives. This is only one of the life of that Atma. Okay, one Sharira that this Atma took. And because of some sins that Atma has done earlier, this small punishment was being given. So that puppy may be 2-week old or 3-week old. In that 3 week, at least he got rid of his karmas by that death. And now that Atma will proceed further in its journey and take up another life, right? So whatever karmas he has done, at least some of them are washed away by this birth and death. If we look at it like that, in the bigger picture and at the Atma, not this Sharira that this Atma took right now. So then that age also will not matter, because they are destined, that is already predestined. It is not that something that has happened all of a sudden. It appears like that. It appears as though it has happened all of a sudden. It will also appear that we can avoid it. We could have prevented it. All these we feel. But the minute we realize that none of these are in our hands, we think, right? Oh, I should have been a little bit more careful. I shouldn't have done like that. I should have taken my time and thought about this. We think that everything is in our hands, and that is why such thoughts come to us. But ultimately, that is not what it is. And it doesn't mean that we should not think. We still have to think and make wise decisions and be careful and everything. But irrespective of all that, when something happens, it is not because of something that we did or we did not do. We are just destined for that to happen that way. So once we realize that, then I think there will not be that much pain. There will not be that much pain. Okay. So here this Gautami also, she realized that initially he was her only son. He was such a small boy. He died. So she felt sad. But now after she realized it is his own deeds, he has to pay for it. And everybody, when their time comes, have to pay for it. Once she realized that, that sadness is not there. Atrapi tathaiva. Tvaya duryodhanena va na kimapi aparadham. Okay. So here also, you also have to think in the same way, like Gautami. So here you did not do anything. Okay. Duryodhanena va na kimapi aparadham. It is only because of Duryodhana, his own misdeeds, put him in whatever position he is right now. Sarvepi ime swakarmanaha phalam anubhavanti. Ahamapi anubhavami. Sarve karmavashaha vayam. We all are bound to our karmas. Karmavasha means to be bound by our karmas. Ataha shokam ma kuru. So don't worry about it. This is not your doing. You are only a nimitta matra. The actual reason is their own deeds. Bhishmasya vachanaihi yudhishthiraha samahitaha abhavat. Okay, now he is convinced by Bhishma's words. Etani vakyani savadhanataya uchchaihi patata. So, any questions in the story?
Excuse me, ma'am. The last bit, what the paragraph, this Gautami is talking, right? That Mama Putraha Sviya Karmanam.
Sviya Karmanam Phalena. Sviya Karmanam means his own actions.
It is Swakiya, that's why I'm asking.
Swakiya is also there, Sviya is also there. You can use anything.
Okay, thank you.
Sviya also means your own, Swakiya also means your own. Both we can use.
Thank you, ma'am.
So every time a different form will be given so that our vocabulary will increase.
Thank you.
Okay. Anantaram. Etani vakyani savadhanataya uchchaihi patata. Idam ekam gurukulam asti. Okay. So here ekam gurukulam asti. One gurukulam is there. So here ekam is also a visheshana. Idam ekam gurukulam asti. This is one gurukulam. Okay, in that sense. So here, since we are focusing on the Sarvanama Shabda, only the Sarvanama Shabdas are in pink color. But ekam also is a visheshana. Ayam acharyaha asti. Okay, this is this person is an acharya. Okay, so this is visheshana. Imam acharyam shishyaha pranamanti. So the students are saluting to this acharya. Okay. Anena acharyena saha shastra charcham kurvanti. With this acharya, shastra charcham is being done. Asmai acharyaya phalani yachanti. So I have given, or they have given, because yachanti is in Prathama Purusha Bahuvachana, they have given fruits for this acharya. Asmat acharyat vividha vidyaha prapnuvanti. So prapnuvanti, Prathama Purusha Bahuvachana. So they have obtained all kinds of vidya from this acharya. Asya acharyasya nama vishwavikhyatam asti. This acharya's name is known very well in the world. Asmin acharye bahavaha sadgunaha santi. In this acharya, there are many sadgunas. Now, I would like to elaborate a little here about something. The first sentence, idam ekam gurukulam asti. Okay. So this is one gurukulam. This is how we are saying, right? This is one gurukulam. he is an acharya. Ayam acharyaha asti. Okay, in these two sentences, the Visheshana is being used a little differently. It is like, if I say, Saha balakaha asti. Okay, that boy is there. Saha balakaha asti. That boy is there. You can also say, balakaha uttamaha asti. Or saha balakaha uttamaha asti. That boy is good. Okay. So here, uttamaha is also a Visheshana to balakaha. Saha is also a Visheshana to balakaha. But there is a little difference between the two Visheshanas. We have discussed this earlier also, like Shvetaha Ashvaha Asti, Ashvaha Shvetaha Asti. I told you the difference between these two. So when I say a white horse is there, here white is being used exclusively as an adjective. Whereas if I say the horse is white, so the emphasis is being on the white, that the horse is white. So it is called predicative adjective. Vidheya Visheshana, we say that in Samskritam. Vidheya Visheshana. So there is a little difference between the regular Visheshana and Vidheya Visheshana. Vidheya Visheshana can also be referred to as Samanadhikarana. Means it is representing the Karta itself. Okay, Ashvaha Shvetaha Asti. So when I say Shvetaha Asti, that which is white is there. What is it that which is white? Horse. So here Shvetaha itself is representing the horse. Like Uttamaha Agachati, if I say Uttamaha Agachati, means a person who is good is coming. Now who is this Uttamaha? I am personifying it, right? The quality, I am using the quality to personify. I am indicating a boy. Balakaha Uttamaha Asti, Uttamaha Agachati. So when I say Uttamaha Agachati, I am implying the boy. So it is having the same adhikarana as the boy. Uttamaha also has the same adhikarana as the boy. It is indicating the boy. So we say Samanadhikarana. If this Samanadhikarana we are doing with the Kartrupadam, then we call it Kartru Samanadhikarana. If we are doing the Samanadhikarana with the Karmapadam, then Karma Samanadhikarana. Okay. So, so that difference is there. If you say Uttamaha Balakaha Agachati. So here the emphasis is on Balakaha only. We are only telling that he is good. So here Uttamaha is not like the Samanadhikarana. It will be only a Visheshana. So look at it like this. When something is becoming into something or turning into something, or you are explicitly saying that this is like this, then we label it as Vidheya Visheshana or Samanadhikarana. Otherwise, it is a regular Visheshana. So here we can look at the first two sentences like that. Idam ekam gurukulam asti. Idam means this. This is a gurukulam. So here we are kind of defining what this is. Okay. If I say the same sentence, idam gurukulam atra asti. If I say like that, this gurukulam is there. Idam gurukulam kashyam asti. This gurukulam is in Kashi. There idam will be just a regular Visheshana. I'm simply saying this gurukulam is in Kashi. But this is a gurukulam. Then that we are putting the emphasis that this particular thing is a gurukulam. So it will become Vidheya Visheshana. So that, of course, but ultimately the speaker's intention also you have to take into consideration. But normally such sentence constructions also we have to pay attention. Ayam acharyaha asti. This person is an acharya. Okay. So here also it sounds like a Vidheya Visheshana. If I say Ayam acharyaha pathashalayam asti. This teacher is in the school. Then here Ayam is only being a Visheshana. So acharyaha will be the Karta and Ayam will be the Visheshana to Acharya. and Patashalayam asti. But if Ayam Acharyah asti, Ayam will be the Karta and Acharyah can be Vidheya Visheshana. Like that also we can represent. In other cases, they are purely Visheshanas only. Imam Acharyam Shishyaha Pranamanti. So the disciples are saluting to this Acharya. It is only a Visheshana there. Anena Acharyena Saha Shastra Charcham Kurvanti. What is the Kartripadam here? Anena Acharyena Saha Shastra Charcham Kurvanti.
Shishyaha.
Shishyaha. We can take it from the previous sentence as Adhyahritam. It is not mentioned here, but we can. It is implied. So the students are doing a discussion along with the Acharya. Asmai Acharyaya Phalani Yachanti. For this Acharya, they Yachanti. It is again representing Prathama Purusha Bahuvachana. So either Shishyaha based on the context, or you can simply use te or ete. Okay. In other cases, all of them are just Visheshanas. And now here we have the Idam Shabda, which I was telling you earlier, in all lingas and vachanas and vibhaktis. Okay. You all remember the Eshaha, Saha, right? Saha tau te, tam tau tan, tena tabhyam taihi, tasmai tabhyam tebhyaha, tasmat tabhyam tebhyaha, tasya tayoho.
Tesham, tasmin tayoho teshu.
Tasmin tayoho teshu. So this is also similar. If you notice, the endings are all the same. Only the beginning will be a little different. We have a ikara and akara. Okay. So let us see. Ayam imau ime. Imam imau iman. Anena abhyam ebihi. Asmai abhyam ebhyaha. Asmat abhyam ebhyaha. Asya anayoho esham. Asmin anayoho eshu. So if you see, instead of te, okay, tasmin, here asmin. Tayoho anayoho. Teshu eshu. Like that. So little differences are there in the beginning, but the pattern is the same. So it will be easy for you to learn this table if you compare it with the Tad Shabda table. And as always, Napumsakalinga will have the Prathama Vibhakti and Dvitiya Vibhakti forms will be the same for a Napumsakalinga Shabda. And from Tritiya Vibhakti onwards, it usually follows the Pumlinga table. Okay, so that is why only the Prathama Vibhakti and Dvitiya Vibhakti are given here. The remaining ones are Shesham Pumlingavat. Means the remaining are like Pumlinga. Idam ime imani, idam ime imani. Prathama Vibhakti and Dvitiya Vibhakti. And in Strilinga, I think we'll cover that in the next lesson. Here we have Pumlinga and Napumsaka. Okay. So now we have learnt a lot of Sarvanama Shabdas. Etad Shabda, Tad Shabda, Kim Shabda, Yat Shabda. What else? Bhavan, Bhavati, Asmad Shabda, Yushmad Shabda, Sarva Shabda, Anya. All these are also Sarvanama Shabdas. Sarvanama Shabdaha Visheshanani Bhavanti. We can use all the Sarvanama Shabdas as Visheshanas. Eteshu Bahunam Vibhakti Rupani Tesham Prayogam Cha Geetha Sopanasya Prathama Bhage Bhavantaha Jnatavantaha. Okay. So most of the Vibhakti Rupams of all these Sarvanama Shabdas we have seen in the first part also. The application, how they are used. Asmin Pathe Visheshataya Idam Shabdasya Prayogaha Kritaha Asti. So Etad Shabda, Tad Shabda, Kim Shabda, we have seen the application of all these so far in book 1 and book 2 and everywhere. But Idam Shabda we haven't used that much, right? Here and there we came across it, but exclusive usage we haven't seen. So he's saying in this lesson, we will focus on that. Now let us look at this abhyasa. Adaha kanichana vakyani santi. Teshu adhorekankitam shabdam uddishya kim shabdasya uchitani rupani upayujya prashnavakyani likata. So we have to write the question for the answer that is given, replacing the underlined word with an appropriate kim shabda padam. Okay. So Krishnaha senayor ubhayor madhye ratham sthapitavan. What will be a question for this?
Kaha.
Kaha senayor ubhayor madhye ratham sthapitavan Krishnaha. Anantaram panditaha gatasun agatasun cha na anushochanti.
Panditaha kan cha na anusochanti.
Yeah, kan. Dvitiya vibhakti bahuvachanam. Gatasun. Dvitiya vibhakti bahuvachanam. So kan na anushochanti. Here cha is not needed. When you say kan na anushochanti, cha is not needed. Ulbena garbaha avritaha. Ulbena garbaha avritaha.
Kena garbena. Kena garbena.
Kena garbaha avritaha. Garbena na. Kena garbaha avritaha. By what will the garbham be covered? Okay. Kena. So ulbena is like a membrane. The garbha is covered by a membrane. Anantaram. Harihi parthaya aishwaram rupam darshayamasa.
Parthaya.
Kasmai. Okay, kim shabda kasmai. So harihi kasmai aishwaram rupam darshayamasa. Okay, for whom did Hari show his divine form?
Parthaya.
Parthaya, yes. Tapasvibhyaha yogi adhikaha. Kebhyaha. So which vibhakti is that?
Kebhyaha Panchami bahuvachanam.
And what does it mean?
Panchami bahuvachanam.
Yeah, Panchami bahuvachanam. I'm saying what will be the meaning of the sentence?
Is it yogi compared to what? Tapasvibhyaha.
Okay, good. Tapasvibhyaha yogi adhikaha. Here we can look at it as a comparison between yogi and tapasvi. So yogi is adhikaha, means more at a more powerful or whatever than a tapasvi. Okay. Jatasya mrityuhu dhruvaha. Kasya mrityuhu dhruvaha means whose death is certain. Death of a person that is born means everybody who is born has to die. So the minute a person is born or a life is born, death of that is certain. Arjunaha vishadena rathopasthe upavishat. Kutra upavishat. So Arjunaha vishadena tritiya vibhakti means with the sorrow. Where did Arjuna sit? Rathopasthe upavishat. Ratha upaste means on the chariot. So kutra upavishat. Tasmin also you can use. Tasmin. Sorry, kasmin. But kutra also is fine. Tasmin is also fine. Kalyanakrit durgatim na gacchati. Yes. So Kalyanakrit means doing something good. Okay, something good that is done. Durgatim na gacchati. So good deeds will not lead to a bad stage, a bad state. Durgatim na gacchati. Okay, now we have Kim Shabda. Napumsakalinga Rupani Smritva Likhata. So in Napumsakalinga, what will be the Kim Shabda be? Kim Ke Kani. Kim Ke Kani Dvitiya Vibhakti. Tritiya Vibhakti.
Kena kavyam taihi. Tasmai kavyam kebhyah.
And Tasmat Kabhyam Kebhyah. Shashti Vibhakti.
Kasya kayoho kesham.
Kasya kayoho kesham. Saptami Vibhakti.
Kasmin kayoho keshu.
Kasmin kayoho keshu. Uttamam. Now we have to use etad shabda or tat shabda and fill these blanks with the pronouns. Okay. Yathodaharanam etad shabdasya tad shabdasya va means either with etad or tad shabda uchita rupaihi riktasthanani purayata. So we shall do all three. We shall do etad, tad and idam also for some extra practice. Okay. Etad bhavanam sundaram asti. So here bhavanam is napumsakalinga. So etad sundaram asti. So here what is the kartripadam here?
Kartripadam.
Bhavanam.
Bhavanam is the kartripadam. Bhavanam is the kartripadam. What is sundaram then?
Sundaram also visheshana.
Vidheya Visheshana. Vidheya Visheshana. Bhavanam Sundaram Asti. So we are describing it with putting more emphasis. So if I say Sundaram Bhavanam Asti and if I say Bhavanam Sundaram Asti, there is a difference, right? Are you able to notice that very, fine difference between the two sentences? Sundaram Bhavanam Asti. There is a beautiful building. Building is so beautiful. So here that emphasis is there. So it will become Vidheya Visheshana, predicative adjective we call that. And Karma Samana, Kartru Samanadhikaranam. Here because Bhavanam is Karta, Kartru Samanadhikaranam. Etad is just a Visheshana. It is not Vidheya Visheshana. It is a simply a Visheshana. Dash Bhagavad Gita Pustika Sundari Asti. Manjula Bhagini?
सा भगवद्गीता पुस्तिका सुन्दरम् अस्ति.
Sundari Asti. Sa. So, yeah, using Tat Shabda, it will be Sa. If we use Etad Shabda, what will it be?
एषा
Correct.
भगवद्गीता पुस्तिका सुन्दरी अस्ति.
If we use, we did not do the Strilinga of Idam Shabda, so let us not do the Idam Shabda for Strilinga. Okay? For now. We'll come back after we do that. Anantaram. Granthasya Karta Veda Vyasaha. Pramila Bhagini?
एतस्य
uh,
ग्रन्थस्य कर्ता वेदव्यासः
using tad shabda
तस्य ग्रन्थस्य कर्ता वेदव्यासः
using the idam shabda
इदम् अस्य
asya granthasya
ग्रन्थस्य कर्ता वेदव्यासः
uttamam uttamam anantaram rohini garu try chestara గీతాయాః అధ్యయనేన శాంతిః లభ్యతే రోహిణి గారు మీరు మ్యూట్ లో ఉన్నారు ట్రై చేస్తారా ఈ సెంటెన్స్
సో గీతాయాః అధ్యయనేన శాంతిః లభ్యతే सा చెప్పాలి గీతాయాః
గీతాయాః ఏ విభక్తిలో ఉంది
గీతాయాః అది షష్ఠి
కరెక్ట్ షష్ఠి ఏకవచన సో ఏతద్ శబ్ద స్త్రీలింగ షష్ఠి ఏకవచన చెప్పండి కరెక్ట్ తస్యాః ఏతస్యాః గీతాయాః అధ్యయనేన శాంతిః లభ్యతే విత్ తద్ శబ్ద వాట్ విల్ ఇట్ బికమ్
అస్య ఇదం శబ్దం తద్ శబ్ద తస్య
తస్యాః గీతాయాః అధ్యయనేన శాంతిః లభ్యతే ఉత్తమం ఉత్తమం ఒకవేళ స్త్రీలింగం అయితే కనుక అస్యాః ఇట్ విల్ బికమ్ అస్యాః ఫర్ ఇదం శబ్ద ఇట్ విల్ బికమ్ అస్యాః ఉత్తమం ఉత్తమం అనంతరం జయప్రద గారు డాష్ యోగం అహం వివస్వతే ప్రోక్తవాన్
డాష్ యోగం తం యోగం తస్య
ఎందుకు తం యోగం అహం వివస్వతే ప్రోక్తవాన్ అది మీరు తద్ శబ్దంతో ఏతద్ శబ్ద అయితే
ఇదం ఇదం
ఏతం
ఏతం
ఏతం యోగం అంటే యోగః పుంలింగ శబ్దః సో మీరు తద్ శబ్ద తీసుకుంటే సహ తం అవుతుంది కదా ద్వితీయ విభక్తి ఏషః విల్ బికమ్ ఏతం సో ఇదర్ ఏతం యోగం అహం వివస్వతే ప్రోక్తవాన్ और తం యోగం అహం వివస్వతే ప్రోక్తవాన్ ఉత్తమం అనంతరం మంజులా భగిని లోకే ద్వివిధా నిష్ఠా భవతి
तस्मिन् लोके द्विविधा निष्ठा भवति
किं किं भगिनी ఏం చెప్పారు మీరు అని అడుగుతున్నా
ఒక్క నిమిషం భగిని తస్మిన్ లోకే ద్వివిధా నిష్ఠా భవతి
తస్మిన్ లోకే ద్వివిధా నిష్ఠా భవతి తద్ శబ్ద ఏతద్ శబ్ద ఉపయోగిస్తే
ఏతస్మిన్ లోకే ద్వివిధా నిష్ఠా భవతి
యూజింగ్ ఇదం శబ్ద you can look at the table in the previous page. Correct. Asmin loke dvividha nishta bhavati. Okay.
Asmin.
Anantaram. Sita Bhagini. Yogeshu jananam shraddha asti.
योगेषु एतेषु योगेषु जनानां श्रद्धा भवति अस्ति तो इदं शब्दः येषु लोके येषु योगेषु जनानां श्रद्धा अस्ति
तद् शब्द
तेषु
तेषु योगेषु जनानां श्रद्धा अस्ति उत्तमम् अनन्तरं सिन्धु भगिनी महद् ब्रह्मणि अहं गर्भं दधामि
ब्रह्मणि अहं गर्भं ददामि तस्मिन् महत् ब्रह्मणि गर्भं ददामि एतस्मिन् महत् ब्रह्मणि अहं गर्भं ददामि
if it is idam shabda
idam अस्मिन् महत् ब्रह्मणि अहं गर्भं ददामि
yes correct so what does this sentence mean
this mahad brahmani
so here brahman shabda it can be taken as in several meanings one is the evolution itself right another one is the paramatma like that basing on the context basically brahman can be taken as that so here mahat brahmani aham garbham dadhami so
brahmani garbham dadami to give right
dadhami this is a little not dadami there is mahaprana dha so it is like placing the garbham dadhami means I have placed the garbha in this brahmani in that sense it will be okay so it is like he created this whole evolution thing like that also we can take the meaning or I have how else can we take this any other contextual meaning again we have to go to the Geetha shloka the contextual meanings are always important so here normally if we take the literal meaning of the words it will be one thing but this is a line from a Geetha shloka so in that context how Krishna is explaining in that particular context so he also took birth right into this evolution to do certain things so in that context we can take also but then again we have to look at the complete shloka okay anantaram punaha indra bhagini arjuna duryodhanabhyam bhishmaha upadesham kritavan
arjuna duryodhanabhyam bhishmaha upadesham kritavan
so which vibhakti is arjuna duryodhanabhyam in
chaturthi vibhakti dattavan
correct
kritavan dattavan so chaturthi so ताभ्याम अर्जुन दुर्योधनाभ्याम भीष्मः उपदेशं कृतवान् एताभ्याम् अर्जुन दुर्योधनाभ्यां भीष्मः उपदेशं कृतवान्
इदं शब्द आभ्याम very good
कृतवान्
For these two, Arjuna and Duryodhana, Bhishma, preached. Like that, the meaning will be there. Okay? Anantaram, Manjula Bhagini, Dehe aham devan pashyami. Dehe aham devan pashyami. Manjula Bhagini, you're on mute. Okay, Pramila Bhagini.
तत् शब्दः तस्मिन् देहे अहं देवान् पश्यामि एतत् शब्दः एतस्मिन् देहे अहं देवान् पश्यामि इदं शब्दः अस्मिन् देहे अहं देवान् पश्यामि
Uttamam. So Manjula Bhagini, you can tell this sentence. Upadeshan aham uktavan. Upadeshan, which vibhakti is that?
Upadeshan, Saptami Vibhakti.
Saptami katham. Ela Saptami vibhakti ela avutundi. Upadeshan.
Upadeshan.
Raman.
Prathama
Vibhakti Bahuvachanam.
Dvitiya vibhakti Bahuvachanam. So దాన్ని బట్టి మీరు ఇప్పుడు తద్ శబ్ద అండ్ ఏతద్ శబ్దాలో చెప్పండి.
Okay.
సహ తౌ తే ద్వితీయ విభక్తి రూపాలు ఏంటి?
సహ తౌ తే తం తౌ తాన్.
అక్కడ ఆగండి. ద్వితీయ విభక్తి బహువచనం కిం?
తాన్.
ఇప్పుడు చెప్పండి. తాన్ ఉపదేశాన్
అహం ఉక్తవాన్.
I told those upadeshas. Okay? ఇప్పుడు ఏతద్ శబ్దం అయితే
ఏతాన్ ఉపదేశం ఉక్తవాన్.
ఇదం శబ్దః. Look at the previous page, the table.
అనేన
ద్వితీయ విభక్తి బహువచన.
ఇమాన్
ఇమాన్ ఉపదేశాన్ అహం ఉక్తవాన్. Okay, all these upadeshams I have told. Okay, uttamam. Anantaram Rohini garu, Pandaveshu Krishnah snihyati.
Pandaveshu adi saptami vibhakti bahuvachanam.
Avunu.
So teshu eteshu idam shabdam vachi eshu.
So vakyalu okkari chadavandi with the three of them.
Teshu Pandaveshu Krishnah sinhati.
Snihyati.
Okay. Eteshu Pandaveshu Krishnah sinhati. Eshu Pandaveshu Krishnah sinhati. Snihyati.
Okay, uttamam. Anantaram Jayprad garu, Adhyayam Patha.
Adhyayam Patha. Tam Adhyayam Patha. Imam Adhyayam Patha. Etam Tapani. Etam Adhyayam Patha. Tam Dvitiya Vibhakti kada. Adhyayam Dvitiya Vibhakti. Imam.
Oh, yes, fine. Okka nimisham. Okay. Anantaram. Adhyaye yogyah vicharaha asti. Adhyaye yogya vicharaha asti. Is there any other character after yogya? Yogyah vicharaha, right? There is a visarga there. Adhyaye yogyah vicharaha asti. Sita Bhagini?
सप्तमी विभक्ति यत्तस्मिन् अध्याये योग्यः विचारः अस्ति तद् शब्दः तस्मिन् अध्याये योग्यः विचारः अस्ति इदं शब्दः अस्मिन् अध्याये योग्यः विचारः अस्ति
उत्तमम् उत्तमम् अनन्तरं सिन्धु भगिनी दिवसे तत् ज्ञातवान्
दिवसे तत् ज्ञातवान् दिवसे एकस्मिन् दिवसे तत् ज्ञातवान् तस्मिन् दिवसे तत् ज्ञातवान् अस्मिन् दिवसे तत् ज्ञातवान्
Tell the next one also. Dash jnatva karyam kuru.
ज्ञात्वा कार्यं कुरु एतत् ज्ञात्वा कार्यं कुरु तत् ज्ञात्वा कार्यं कुरु अयं ज्ञात्वा कार्यं कुरु.
Okay. So that jnatva means knowing. Knowing, do the work. So knowing what, how can we look at this? Knowing what, about the work or about the dharma or about what? Anything. Basically here you can take anything. Okay, unless shloka is given, we won't know the context. So you can take, you took napumsakalinga, which is fine. But yeah. Okay, good. So Anantaram, again we have a story here and we have to now fill in the Visheshanas with Sarvanama Shabda. The Visheshanas here will be Sarvanama Shabdas. Okay, so let us see this. Adaha kachit katha datta asti. Tatra madhye madhye kanichit sthanani riktani santi. So in between there are some blanks. Tad shabdasya uchitaihi pumlinga rupaihi tani sthanani purayata. Using tad shabda and in the pumlinga rupa we have to fill in the blanks. Let us also do with etad and idam shabda. Saha kaschana sannyasi. And first I will read the thing and then we'll fill up the blanks. Pratidinam samudra tire upavishya dhyana karanam sannyasinah abhyasaha. Dash samaye sagara pakshinah tatra agatya dhyanamagnam paritah dayate sma. Kechana pakshinah sannyasinah skandhayoho upavishyapi kridanti sma. Sannyasinah tu pakshinam vishaye avadhanam eva na asit. Okay, again. So let us do this first paragraph. Saha kaschana sannyasi. He is some sannyasi. Okay. Pratidinam samudra tire upavishya dhyana dash sannyasinah abhyasaha. Indra Bhagini? Tasya sannyasinah abhyasaha. So the practice of this sannyasi is to do dhyanam. That is what it means. Here the words are a little jumbled up. They are not given in prose order. So how can you put it in prose order? Pratidinam samudra tire upavishya yeah.
ध्यानकरण अभ्यासः
उपविश्य ध्यानकरणं ध्यानकरणं तस्य सन्यासिनः अभ्यासः. ओके. अनन्तरं रोहिणी गारु नेक्स्ट सेंटेन्स. डैश समये सागरपक्षिणः तत्र आगत्य
ధ్యానం సమయ సమయం అంటే
डैश समये. సో అక్కడ ఏం పెట్టొచ్చు?
సప్తమి పెట్టాలి కదా సమయం.
కరెక్ట్.
ఓకే. సో తస్మిన్
కరెక్ట్. తస్మిన్ సమయే. తద్ శబ్దం అయితే తస్మిన్ సమయే. ఏతద్ శబ్దం అయితే
ఏతస్మిన్ ఏతస్మిన్.
ఇదం శబ్దం అయితే
ఇదం శబ్దం అయితే అస్మిన్. अस्मिन्
समये सागरपक्षिणः तत्र आगत्य ध्यानमग्नं डैश परितः डयन्ते स्म. परितः పెట్టొచ్చు? परितः. అది పరితః, అది ఉపపద. కరెక్ట్. పరితః ఉంది కాబట్టి ఇట్ ఇస్ ఉపపద విభక్తి, ద్వితీయ విభక్తి. ద్వితీయ. what will be the word in ద్వితీయ విభక్తి? తం. करेक्ट. तम परितः डयन्ते स्म. तद् शब्द. एतद् शब्द एतं तम परितः डयन्ते स्म. इदं शब्द इदं शब्दं अयं इमं 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 परितः डयन्ते स्म. So all the birds are going around him, are flying around him who is in who is immersed in dhyanam. Uttamam. Anantaram Manjula Bhagini. Kechana pakshinah dash sannyasinah skandhayoh upavishyapi kridanti sma. Pramila Bhagini mentioned. Bhagini. Manjula Bhagini mentioned. केचन पक्षिणः मंजुला भगिनी will tell. 1 second.
केचन पक्षिणः तस्य सन्यासिनः उपविश्य क्रीडन्ति स्म.
करेक्ट. तस्य सन्यासिनः. एतद् शब्दः इति
एतस्य.
एतस्य सन्यासिनः. इदं शब्दः इति
इदं अस्य
सन्यासिनः. ओके. उत्तमम्. अनन्तरं जयप्रद गारु और प्रमीला भगिनी एक्चुअली. सन्यासिनः तु डैश पक्षिणां विषये अवधानम् एव न आसीत्.
पक्षिणां षष्ठी बहुवचनं. सन्यासिनः तु तेषां पक्षिणां विषये अवधानम् एव नास्ति.
तद् शब्द इति एषाम्. एतद् शब्द
एतद् इति एतेषाम्. इदं शब्दं इति येषाम्.
ओके. उत्तमम्. अनन्तरं जयप्रद गारु. कदाचित् कश्चन युवा तत्र आगतवान्. डैश सन्यासिनं नमस्कृत्य उक्तवान्.
कदाचित् कश्चन युवा तत्र आगतवान्. तं सन्यासिनं नमस्कृत्य उक्तवान्.
एतद् शब्दमैते
इमम्.
इदं शब्दमैते इमम्. एतद् शब्दमैते
एतद् చెప్పండి మీరు.
తద్ శబ్దం అయితే ఏమన్నారు?
తద్ శబ్దం తమ్మ.
ఏతద్ శబ్దం
ఇమం.
ఏతద్ శబ్దం
ఏతద్ ఏమమ్మ వస్తుందా?
ఏతం.
ఏతం.
ఏతం సన్యాసినం నమస్కృత్య ఉక్తవాన్. స్వామిన్ భవంతం పరితః తావంతః సముద్రపక్షిణः క్రీడంతి ఖలు. డాష్ పక్షిషు ekam pakshinam grihitva mahyam dadatu. Sita Bhagini?
भगिनि तेषु पक्षिषु एकं पक्षिणं गृहीत्वा मह्यं ददातु.
एतत् शब्दं
एतेषु
इदं शब्दं
येषु पक्षिषु एकं पक्षिणां गृहीत्वा मह्यं ददातु.
उत्तमम् उत्तमम्. अनन्तरं सन्यासी अस्तु इति उक्तवान्. डैश ध्यानार्थम् उपविष्टवान् च. सिन्धु भगिनी?
डैश ध्यानार्थं एतत् ध्यानार्थं
it is not visheshana here. You have to fill it with tad shabda, but it is not visheshana of dhyanartham. Dash upavishtavancha. If I say dash upavishtavancha, what will you fill the blank with?
tasya dhyanartham.
Tasya dhyanartham means for whose dhyanam? It also has to stick with the story. Tasya dhyanartham means it is simply saha. Saha dhyanartham tishtavan upavishtavan cha means now this somebody came and asked him, right? Next time when you are meditating, when the birds come, can you catch one bird and give me? He asked. So he says okay. So now he sits for dhyanam. So saha dhyanartham upavishtavan. What will be in etat shabda? Eshaha dhyanartham upavishtavan. What will be for idam shabdaha?
Idam ayam dhyanartham.
Ayam dhyanartham upavishtavan cha. Okay. So now he sat for dhyanam. Parantu aho ascharyam. Tas dash dine ekaha api pakshi sannyasinah samipam na agataha. Okay, punaha Indra Bhagini. Ekaha api pakshi.
Ekaha api pakshi tasya sannyasinah samipam na agataha.
Uttama. Idi tad shabda. Etad shabdaha.
Etasmin dine ekaha api etasya sannyasinah samipam na agataha. Asmin dine ekaha api pakshi asya sannyasinah samipam na agataha.
Uttamam. Anantaram Rohini garu. Sarvepi dash dash sannyasinah bhitaha iva dure eva dayante sma.
Sarvepi sannyasinah again pradama vibhakti ekavachanam. So it could be taha eta.
Sannyasinah is here.
Sannyasinah panchami atra.
We have to take. One second, Pramila. So here sannyasinah, it is we can take it as either prathama vibhakti or dvitiya vibhakti bahuvachana or panchami and shashti ekavachana. So we have to see which one will fit here. So let us figure out the meaning of the sentence. So sarvepi sannyasinah bhitaha iva dure eva dayante sma. So all the birds, as though they are afraid of the sannyasi, flew far away. So bhitaha is used. Whenever bhitaha is used, which vibhakti comes?
Panchami.
Panchami. So here we have to take sannyasinah as panchami ekavachana. So what will be the sarvanama shabda for that?
Eta. Panchami which eta.
The panchami vibhakti of tad shabda. Panchami tad shabda. Tasmat.
Tasmat.
Etad shabda?
Etasmat.
Idam shabda?
Idam shabda would be asmat.
Correct. But we have one more blank. Sarvepi dash means all the birds. Okay, sarve here is indicating the birds. So sarve te. Okay, or sarve
because
ete.
bahuvachan, prathama vibhakti.
Yes. So either sarve te or sarve ete or sarve ime. Okay, sarve api te tasmat sannyasinah bhitaah iva dure eva dayante sma. As though they are afraid of him, of this sannyasi, they flew far away. Okay, uttamam. Nantaram Manjula Bhagini. Dash sannyasine krudhyantah iva te dure eva sthitaha.
Sannyasine.
Sannyasine e vibhaktilo undi.
Sannyasine.
And krudhyantaha, adoka clue. Whenever we have the kriya padani krudhyati, asuyati, irshyati, which vibhakti comes? Chaturthi vibhakti comes. So that is a clue. So now we can understand that sannyasine is in Chaturthi vibhakti. So what will be the pronoun for that? Sarvanama shabda for Chaturthi vibhakti in tad shabda?
Tasmai.
Correct. Tasmai sannyasine krudhyantah iva te dure eva sthitaha. Etad shabdamaite?
Etasmai.
Correct. Idam shabdamaite? Asmai.
Asmai sannyasine.
Krudhyantaha iva, as though they are angry at this sannyasi, they were standing far away. Okay. Anantaram Jayprad garu. Dash pakshinam vyavaharam drishtva sannyasi nitaram vismitaha abhavat.
Tesham pakshinam vyavaharam drishtva sannyasi nitaram vismitaha abhavat.
Tesham. Etad shabdamaite?
Yesham.
Adi idam shabdamu. Etad shabdamaite?
Etesham.
Correct. Etesham pakshinam vyavaharam drishtva sannyasi nitaram vismitaha abhavat. He felt very happy looking at how the birds were behaving that day. Tataha yadi mama manasi durbhavanaah bhavanti tarhi cheppandi adi kuda.
Te pakshinaha mama samipam na agachanti. Na agachanti iti saha jnatavan.
Te pakshinaha. So tad shabdamaite. Etad shabdamaite?
Ete.
Idam shabdam?
Ime.
Uttamam. Uttamam.
Ime te. Dhanyavadaha.
Dhanyavadaha. So we shall stop here. Okay. And we'll continue next. So we completed up until page 53. We have to start the Sambhashanam on 54. Okay, Uttamam. Anyone who would like to say the Shanti mantra? Sindhu Bhagini, you want to say?
Yeah, sure. I will do that.
Yeah.
Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Dhanyavadaha Bhagini. Dhanyavadaha sarvebhyaha.
ధన్యవాదాలు.